Hello, I'm going to show you how to take your font and edit it using 2D Design. I've taken my font from Firefly, and the first thing I'm going to do is open 2D Design, which I should be able to find on the desktop. I'm going to click on the background here so that I can work in the area and space that I have, and I'm going to use my snip tool, which I can find under my start menu. I've attached mine here, but if I scroll down, the snipping tool is under S. Okay. When you open it up, it shows you the last thing you've clipped, and I'm going to click New. And I'm going to take a copy of the font that I want to work with, and click right-click Copy, and right-click Paste. To edit the font in 2D Design, I need to use a tool called Vectorize. The vectorizing tool will allow me to shape each part of my font and letters individually. It takes it from a bitmap image to a vector image. I click on the vectorizing tool, and then I've clicked on the font. And the next thing I'd like to do is separate it out so that the background is really white and that the font is black. I'm going to click monochrome to do that. And here, if you find that the font is not as dark as you would like, or that there is some image filling the screen that's too dark, you're going to drag to change the amount of light that you have on the font. And click OK. And OK again. I'm going to zoom in slightly here with the right hand side, and I have zoom out as well. And I'm now going to use my select tool to pick up the font. To move it, I select the center of any object that I have. I think it would be good if I split the magnificent mango font into two words. So to do that, I'm going to Control and C, copy, and Control and V, paste, so that I have two separate parts to work with. Here I have a clip tool, and I'm going to clip to a box. So I'm going to try and take all of the magnificent, I think is about there, and clip all the outside away. And over here on the mango, I'm going to clip again, and I'm going to take the mango and clip the outside again. This part here I don't want, but I'm going to clip inside. I'm just going to work on the mango for a moment now so that I can show you some techniques for editing this font and your letters. Again, if I want to make maybe the G and the O the same size as the A, I'm going to hit Copy, Control and Z, and Paste, Control and V. They're called shortcut keys, and if you ever want to find them, they're all under Edit. I'm going to use the clip tool again, and I'm going to take the G and the O, and I'm going to clip the outside away. And again, with the man, I'm going to clip the outside. I'm going to use my select tool to stretch the letters and the center to move them. I think that looks more in proportion right now for me to work with. I'm going to now try and edit the colour. I can click on the font and I can change the line colour, the line on the outside of the font. To make it bolder, I can select it all together and make the line thicker. And I can change the exact thickness by typing in a number. It's looking a lot more exciting. I can fill as well by clicking on the fill. And I can change the colour there and apply it. It's looking very bright like a mango now, and I'll do the same to the other part. I also have graduated fill, which is quite exciting, so I can change it so its shape is slightly different, but I can also make it go from one colour, orange, to another colour, green. And I can check what it will actually look like here. It's letting me test in the program. Hit apply and OK. I think that's starting to look like a very exciting font, but I think I prefer the green. So I can take that fill and do the same here. Graduated, shape was a circle, and I picked orange, and I went to green. Apply, OK. When you have a font that you're happy with, you're going to do a File, Save As, and save this in your area under My Documents so that you have a copy of it. I would save it as font. There's only one other thing that you might want to do. Sometimes the letters are proving quite difficult for you to fill them in. Here you have a tool that might help called Boundary Fill. You can select the line colour still, and you can select the fill colour. And you might find that it comes up with, are there any islands? And there are 2 islands in this shape that I do not want it to fill with colour. 1, 2. So I'm going to say yes, yes. No, there are no more. This will allow me to fill objects or shapes that maybe are proving quite difficult to fill, but if you look, it stops wherever your handwriting stopped. So it won't fill the entire shape in the same way that selecting the shape will, and changing your line colour at the top, and changing the fill colour at the top. So there are 2 different ways there for you to play and edit with your font. That's way too thick. Let's make it thinner. Okay, so Magnificent Mango is starting to take shape now. I might wish to add in a background. That could be the last part that I think we need to do. So I'm going to click a box over the background, or I could go and find an image from the internet, and I'm going to select it, and again I can fill it with a colour, and solid, apply. And you'll see that there are layers in this program. So what I would need to do is click on this and send it to the back. If I go to here, I should be able to see that I can click on the image and Control and B to send it to the back to make it at the background. And I can still edit that by changing it to a graduated colour as well, and making it slightly brighter and darker. One last one. If I wanted an image from the internet, maybe clouds, I should be able to take an image that I want to use as a background, copy that image, and paste it in. I can still clip it in the same way that we have done with the other images that we've been working with, so that it's the right shape that I would like. Clip all the outside away. And if I delete this, I should also be able to put it over the top of my font. And remember again, Control and B to send it to the back. So I have complete control over this font. And make sure at the end of every lesson you hit save.